The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video. Last year, 2024, Cleo Trappa, an influencer and rapper, posted a multiple-part series on her TikTok account about her experience on the Y2K tour. Now, who was the artist that was the headline for the Y2K tour? Ice Spice. Mind you, around this time of when Cleo Trappa put out her videos about the horrible experiences that she had with not just Ice Spice but the tour in general, more and more people were starting to dislike this one particular rapper, and it was like one thing after another. It was constant back to back bad publicity. Mind you, I went ahead and wasn't feeling her all that much during the situation with baby Stormy. Anyway, I'm gonna say Storm, where she posted her and Ice Spice's text messages. She basically made some colorist ass comments about the rapper Dolce, which is hilarious because Grammy on her arm, no Grammy on Ice's arm. That tweet killed me when I saw that, but anyway. People have been trying to figure out how Ice Spice has lasted this long in general. And I've come to the conclusion for why. It's because we used to like her as a person. But once we ended up finding out more and more things about her, that is when so many people got turned off and no longer gave her music an excuse. Now, what the fuck does this have to do with the creator of Miraculous Ladybug? It has a lot, because the same reasons why people dislike Ice Spice is the same reason why people don't like Thomas Astruc. And it's because we found out more about their true colors. Hey y'all, it's Harriana and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana and welcome back to The Pirate Ship, also known as Harry's Pirate Ship. I am the captain. You were not my first mate. I don't got no first mate because you want to know why. Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. No one's worthy of being the first mate, but hi, hello, how are you doing? Who I'm so out of breath. I'm Harriana and I like to make content based on nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. Today, we are here more so to discuss Thomas Astruc than we are Ice Spice. The main reason I focus so much on Ice Spice in the introduction is because I came to the conclusion while I was brainstorming this video that the reason why a lot of people do not like Thomas Astruc is for the same reason they do not like Ice Spice. It sounds wild, but trust me, the two dots connect. But before we go any further, just want to do some little housekeeping, some news, whatever the fuck is going on. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a small business. I recently did a spring restock and I restocked a lot of my best sellers, including the bonnets and the hats. There are some items left over from that restock, and letting you know now, they're still on the website, but stock is very limited. So if you want them, you gotta go hurry up and get them before somebody else grab it. If you guys would like a discount, you guys can use either of my brand ambassadors codes, Classy30 or Hotspot30. The link to that will be down below. Second announcement that has to do with my shop. Anybody that knows me knows I have two books that I self-published with me and my friend called Do Not Call Me Sis, right here, and the sequel, You Still Cannot Call Me Sis. It is a collection of essays about fandom, misogynoir, ableism, entertainment, and white feminism. Both these books are available for purchase. I have been using them a lot in my videos to pull quotes from and all of that. We would deeply appreciate it. You will be supporting two Black women. You will get our books. We offer them in physical digital copy, and this one has an audiobook. The audiobook for You Still Cannot Call Me Sis isn't ready yet, but the physical copy and the digital copy are ready. So we deeply appreciate that. Check that out if you are interested. And the last little announcement that I have has to do with I have a new zine on my website. It's a very personal zine. It's about me dealing with SA growing up and how it still affects me to this day. It's called You Follow Me, if you're still interested in checking that out. But I really highly recommend reading that one with caution. I have warnings and all of that stuff there. So if you're interested in that, I would deeply appreciate it. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue. It's kind of weird, like, writing about your trauma and then talking about it. That's why I'm kind of like uneasy at the moment. But yeah, that is just something that I hold very personal to me, and it would mean a lot to me if you guys read it and heard my story. So yeah. Now let's continue on with today's video, but also you guys have noticed my hair is green. I'm doing a Maki Zenin cosplay this weekend, specifically her purple outfit that she wore in JJK0. And I'm not taking these braids out anytime soon. They took like 6 hours for me to get done. So if you guys know of any other green haired characters that I could cosplay, that I could do this hair with, comment them down below. Let's get some engagement going on in the comment section. Comment your favorite green hair character. I'm pretty sure the teacher, Miss, and I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl might have green hair. I gotta look at her sheet again. I don't know, I might do her with this hair, we're gonna see. So moving forward, circling back around to why the fuck y'all clicked on this video in the first place, let's sit here and just discuss who the fuck is Thomas Astruc and why is he so disliked, and why do people dislike him for the same reasons that we dislike Ice Spice. And when I say we as disliking Ice Spice, I'm just talking about like the general public of people that were fans of her in the past, or people that just never really liked her too much because they knew something wasn't, I don't want to say we knew something was off about her, because I can't stand when people be like, I knew something was off about her, when they be talking about people they don't like celebrities they don't like. You know, Kayla says, she honestly is who I got the title of this video for. I'm talking about how the internet kind of fell out of love with Ice Spice. It's kind of the same thing with Thomas Astruc, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think a lot of people really ever liked Thomas. Like, let's go ahead and get there. But he is the creator of Miraculous Ladybug, literally the shit show that we have seen. Yeah, he started it. For the most part, I didn't necessarily mind Thomas until I started to learn more about him. And I'm not even saying him as a creator when I say I learned more of him as a person. And at the end of the day, this is just me putting 2 and 2 together. I don't personally know that man. None of us personally know that man that has some type of dislike for him. But Thomas is one of those people that feels so strongly about his art, which isn't a bad thing. I feel like we all are allowed to feel strongly about the media that we make and want to share with other people. But also at the same time, I think Thomas needs to get his phone taken from him sometimes. And what exactly do I mean by that? It seems as though anytime somebody says something that he doesn't necessarily like about Miraculous Ladybug, and it doesn't even have to be something that is super duper outlandishly rude. It could just be like something that is like a minor mistake or a minor issue here that they bring up to him, and he will literally just sit back and defend his reasoning for every single last thing that he has done. And I remember somebody had said something like, is it me, or did celebrities used to be a lot more likable when we didn't know much of anything about them? And oh, I completely fucking agree. Thomas's behavior behind the scenes of the production, and when I say behind the scenes of the production, I'm talking about the way he goes off on people on Twitter. It really is a bit off-putting for this show, and I'm sick of people acting like that's not a valid reason to be irritated with this series. The thing about me is that people are allowed to feel how they feel about you, whether you like it or not. I'm not about to sit here and argue with nobody that don't fucking like me. I used to feel so strongly about that, where I feel like I would have to get up and just defend myself for every little last freaking thing, or try to explain myself. But trying to explain yourself to people that just kind of don't give a fuck, at the end of the day, it's just kind of pointless and useless. And people are allowed to feel how they feel about me. And I feel like a lot of creatives get to a certain point where they feel that way, and they're just like, yeah, feel how you will. It don't got nothing to do with me. I'm moving forward. But it's as if nothing has changed. A lot of us have gone through a period where we feel as though we have to argue with people about certain things. But it's like constantly with Thomas. It keeps going and going and going and going. He's been doing this for some years. And I could see if this was something where he only had done this a few times in the beginning of Miraculous Ladybug's run, or even I give him some leeway for how things played out in season 3. But the things keep going. There's this thing that Thomas Astruc does where he likes to speak on other productions, because I remember a lot of people jumped on his ass when he was saying some negative things about the film Encanto from Disney. And I'm pretty sure recently he had said something along the lines of how Miraculous has more episodes than Arcane. And people are like, yeah, because y'all don't take y'all time making these episodes. It just feels as though nobody has ever told Thomas to shut the fuck up, because that's really what it feels like sometimes. People have told me to shut the fuck up numerous times, and you know what I did? I hushed my mouth. And the thing about it is that I'm not sitting here and acting as if Thomas Astruc is an untalented person, because I do think the man has talent. I do think he has a good ideas, but he does need a bit help of, you know, executing them. I think he does really good when it comes to drawing. Like, there's a lot of things about him that I think are genuinely good, but his behavior when it comes to how people feel about his work can be a bit frustrating. Like, even if he takes something the wrong way, if somebody's trying to give him a compliment or whatnot, he would literally just like go off on them. But I've realized more of my discomfort with Thomas Astruc comes more so from the fact that he likes to double down on a lot of the really poor decisions that he makes with his female characters and the women of color in this series. And it's like a constant thing of him doing this. He does this so much. It keeps on happening. And I'm like, Thomas, who are you afraid of? Who are you afraid of to where you feel like you constantly have to prove yourself to people on the internet, on social media specifically? And I'm gonna sit here and say that not the majority of people who are online work in the animation industry like him. You are extremely lucky if you get the opportunity to work in the animation industry, because it is a hard industry to break into, but it is a hard industry to stay into just as well. And I'm pretty sure he has been in the animation industry since the 90s, since before I was born. I was like, you are so lucky. You are many, many miles ahead of plenty of people where they want to be with in their careers. Why are you constantly going back and forth with people on the internet about this? Like, it's just very much uncalled for. And as I had mentioned, that the show does have issues with social issues. When the show tries to tackle sensitive topics, it fails poorly. But because Thomas takes every little critique about him to the point of it being personal, it makes it even more difficult to come to an understanding about why he feels so strongly about his craft. And I get it. I understand that things don't go the way you want on a production, because he might have had another vision for what Miraculous Ladybug was and the execution of it. But the thing about it is that with the execution and the really, really poor choices that he has made with the series, he be letting us know that he made them choices. So I'm like, oh, okay. And as I mentioned how, like, I think Thomas is very talented. I won't say very talented, but I will give the man his credit when he's due. I think he does have some talent there, but the way he is as a person, specifically the way we see the way he presents himself on social media, on Twitter, where he constantly feels like he has to argue with everybody and they damn mama when he really can be talking to his wife. Yes, he is married doing this. That don't even surprise me, because I find out so many men that are married, the way they will literally get on the fucking internet and argue with women and just people in general is concerning. Because I even noticed a lot of the people that Thomas be trying to pick a fight with be women. Like how he had gotten into it with me that time. Like, I don't even know what I did to him that upset him that bad. But anyways, I got sidetracked because I was just like, it always is a specific type of person that he likes to argue with. I would say that Thomas is talented, but him as a person really has turned a lot of people off from just his craft and the series in general. But when Ice Spice Spice, I will sit here and say it, I don't think the girl is talented. I don't. And this is coming from somebody that does like a few songs from her. I think she has some cute little catchy music. Is it anything special? Absolutely fucking not. But it's fun, turn up party music. I don't think the girl is necessarily talented, but I do feel as though anybody can improve upon their craft. I think when it comes to talent, it comes natural from some people, but also some other people have to practice. It's okay, things are different. But it's the fact that there is no growth with her skills. And when I say her skills, I'm talking about her rapping ability, her talent ability. There has been no improvements. If anything, the music has gotten significantly worse. But it's like the more we find out about her behind the scenes, the more and more irritating her music becomes, because the reason why a lot of people gave Ice Spice a slide in the first place, including myself. I used to be on the Ice Spice hype train, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and lie. But then again, I just don't really give a fuck about celebrities that much in general. People thought she was like this cool, down-to-earth girl, like the girl next door trope. That's the way a lot of people saw her. But when we find out more and more stuff about her, with her being nasty towards people behind the scenes, what really made me unfollow her was the entire fallout with her and Baby Stormy, and she said that colorless ass bullshit about Dolce. It's like the more and more came out about her character behind the scenes and not who she presents herself in her music videos and on her Instagram, the more people started to realize, the more people started to become frustrated with her. Like, you go anywhere on the internet and people are speaking negatively about her. And that's about the same thing with Thomas Astruc. Because of the way he kind of ruined his reputation with the way he constantly argues with people, and I bet you that he's still doing it now. That's where I saw the connect with both of these things. I'm like, y'all are both irritating and tangled. And I'm gonna be honest, I like Thomas and Miraculous Ladybug more when I didn't know much of anything about him, or when I just barely knew who Thomas was at all, because a lot of times I do not be knowing a lot of showrunners, creators, all of that. I don't be knowing them by their name half the time. And it's like the more and more information that we find out about Ice Spice, and I'm not talking about this curated image that her team had presented to us. I'm talking about when more and more people start speaking up behind the scenes about how she truly is and how she treats people. That is when more and more people started to become very turned off by her. And people were talking about, do y'all think Ice Spice can redeem herself? I don't know, because it looks as though, like I said, I don't keep up with celebrities. I recently just checked the news to get a picture of Ice Spice for this thumbnail of this video, and it looks as though they trying to put her in a little PR relationship with a football player or a basketball player. It always is a sports player that they do this with. I had no idea that your work will truly be affected, and when I say your work being affected, the support that it gets, if people just genuinely don't like who you are. Likability does matter. As much as people don't want to admit it, it does. It does. It pays people's bills. At the end of the day, Ice Spice is fine. At the end of the day, both of these people are fine. People are still going to just strongly dislike them. Thomas is still employed working in the animation industry. Ice Spice is still employed doing something. Like, she can be an influencer. I'll go ahead and say that. I think she'd be a good job. I think she would do a good job of selling products. Music ain't really doing it for her. But I'm like, both of these people are fine. But when it comes to like the public opinion of both of them, it is extremely negative when we find out more of who they are as people. And it's sad. Because as I mentioned, I do think Thomas Astruc is talented. And if he actually didn't take every fucking thing to heart, maybe we could give him a little bit more grace. But also at the same time, I'm not even sure about that grace, because like I said, he has done very ignorant things with Miraculous Ladybug, not just with black people, but people of Asian descent. And the way he writes his female characters, it is so fucking misogynistic that it actually is very concerning. I wrote about it in my book. Do Not Call Me Sis. I will have the link to that down below. But the same issues that I have with Thomas Astruc's writing is the same issues that I have with Sam Levinson's writing. That's the reason why I often compare those two. But in the sense of me comparing Thomas Astruc to Ice Spice, it's more so of just like, you would have so much more if you didn't act the way you did. You would have so much more. You would have so much more if you just shut up. You just shut your damn mouth. You would have so much more. As I mentioned with Ice Spice, like I said, I don't think the girl is talented. Cute girl, huh? Like, I don't know. I don't really give a fuck about her. She's gonna be fine. She has enough followers to be able to make money from that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say for this video. I didn't want this one to be necessarily too long, mainly because I do have other homework to get done. This semester has been slowly killing me, y'all, but I'm gonna be okay. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are interested in any of that, link to that down below. By the way, I still am doing the small business promo. I did email some of the people who did fill out that form, but if you want your small business promoted on this channel, the link to that will be down below. It's about $25. It don't cost that much. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you have a great day, night, whatever time of the day you chose to watch this. I'm just thankful that you watched it with the ads on. All right, thank you. Goodbye.